Hey guys, don't panic. There is still a way for you guys to get some collector edition pre-orders in or snag it up on release day, and we'll be covering the crazy, hectic, chaotic launch of the collector's edition for pre-orders and how fast did they end up selling out. You'll find all that out and more. Also, we'll have timestamps in the description down below, so make sure to stay tuned and let's get right into it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, time zones are always super confusing. So, when I went for the 10 a.m. PST launch for the Collector's Edition, where the pre-orders were supposed to be coming out, I actually woke up at 8 my time. Then I waited till 10 my time because I thought I was in that time zone. Then I waited to 12 because that was the actual time in my time zone that the product was actually releasing. And then my platform to pre-order of choice is Amazon. I like that you get to pay only when the item gets shipped to you, so you have a couple months to actually pay up the whole thing, and Amazon is just usually reliable when it comes to pre-orders and stuff like that, and they usually have a pretty decent stock too. So when I went to Amazon to pre-order at 12, the third time when I found out that that's the actual time it's supposed to be coming out in my time, well, a couple of issues happened. Apparently the PlayStation 5 version came out first. And that one came out at around, I want to say like 1 to 1:30 was the time that it came out. After that, I waited another full hour because I wanted it on the Xbox Series X. That's where my friends game mostly, so I wanted to make sure to pick it up for there. And I waited up until 2:30 p.m. my time, and it finally came out, and it didn't even register that it was out. I had to click on the product itself, and then it said, you can pre-order this item now. I instantly pre-ordered it. Once I was actually able to pre-order it, I went ahead and I tweeted. I'll go ahead and link the tweet down below over here somewhere. And literally I tweeted it out. I said, make sure to go grab your copy of the collector's edition before they sell out. And not even 5 minutes later, I went ahead and I refreshed the shop just to see, like, are they still up? What's going on? And when I did, it was pretty crazy. All of them were sold out within 5 minutes. Really? I'd want to say 4, because it took me a minute to get the tweet out that all of them were, all of them were sold out. But then I look, and in 5 minutes, they're all gone. And that was just all the Xbox pre-orders. All the PlayStation ones went down, again, another 5 minutes after, because I was telling my friend about them because he wanted to get that, because PlayStation was his console of choice for this game. So he went ahead and did that. And they sold out pretty fast. I was refreshing to make sure the Xbox ones weren't selling out, right? Because I was on top of that one. But I did notice that for Target, they were up for a while. The Xbox ones, the PlayStation ones sold out very quickly. For GameStop, both editions, or both versions, were up for a little while, although they did sell out within like 3 or 4 hours of being up. So everything sold out pretty quickly. And something that I just noticed when I was coming to the page here to actually like make this video, if you scroll up or you look at the Amazon listing of Mortal Kombat now, it says that they had a cap of 500. So assuming they had this for every console that they have it for, which I think was only PlayStation and Xbox, that means they sold out 1,000 units within 5 minutes of each other's launch. So like 5 minutes for PlayStation and 5 minutes for Xbox. So that's 100 sales of the collector's edition a minute over at Amazon. Again, for GameStop, it did take a little while. For Target, it took a while for the Xbox ones to sell out as well. But for Amazon, they sold out their stock like that, And it is actually crazy to think about. There is a lot of hype for this game. The collector's edition seems to be very well received. And yeah, that was the story of the hectic launch Mortal Kombat 1's collector's edition had. From me not knowing the time zone properly because I just happened to be missing a couple brain cells that morning, and then also just the weird buffer that was on every site. I think the only one that launched on time was Target. All the other ones did not. Amazon was like literally 2 hours late on both consoles. GameStop was like 30 minutes to an hour's late, but it was still late, which is just weird to see. Everything's really been fine-tuned recently. So I thought they would hamper that out and have it up. I was paranoid. I thought I missed a pre-order like over and over and over again. I was like paranoid. I was looking on Twitter. I was like, are people saying they got their pre-orders in on Amazon? I don't know. Did I miss it? Like, did I not refresh for 2 minutes and I missed out? Which apparently could have happened, right? Like, it sold out so quickly. So good thing I was on top of it that day. I had literally nothing else to do. Thank goodness that I was able to sit here pressing the refresh button. Anyways, guys, regardless of the hectic launch that the Collector's Edition did have, there are a couple of ways that you guys could still get your hands on the Collector's Edition without having to get it from a scalper or having to get it off a third party where, you know, you're going to be paying an upcharge of like $200, right? So let's go into those right now. Now, before I get into this, I do want to say I am not affiliated with this company, this website, whatever, in any way, shape, or form. This is just how I check up on stocks of things that I want to see that are available in any way, shape, or form, and I've used them time and time again, and they've always come up clutch, and that's how I've been able to get the premium editions for games that, or things that I want to get. So let's go into it right now. This is nowinstock.net. Now, as of right now, they do not have a tracker for Mortal Kombat 1's Collector's Edition, but they will, I think, eventually update it. Now, you can get anything from just random electronics, Legos, trading cards, consoles. You know, if you're a PC gamer, they got parts for that. So they track a lot of stuff here. But the thing of note is going to be their video game section. Now, usually what I do is I'll go to Google and I'll type in now in stock. And then I'll go ahead and type whatever the property is, and usually the product page will come up. And so basically what you do, if you want to go from the website, is you go all the way down to video games. It'll give you a bunch of brands to go through, like the franchises. You're going to go to Mortal Kombat. The only one that they have up right now is Mortal Kombat 11. But again, eventually they're going to have Mortal Kombat 1 up. Essentially what it is a tracker for everything that it comes out on, and it's going to tell you if it's in stock, if it's out of stock, if a pre-order is dropped, you can go ahead and go to the site and pick it up. There's a recent stock history down here, and it'll tell you what site and what region it got into or out of stock from and at what time. So if someone drops a pre-order, they update it. If they got more stock, they update it. So just make sure to stay tuned here, and then you'll be able to see if someone drops a pre-order. If there's more stock, make sure to come here and you can see which ones have it in stock and when. And it doesn't update exactly by the minute, so still checking the site itself is good, but it does, like it says here, it updates approximately every 5 minutes. So if there's a new drop, you know, you're going to want to be there right away, right? And it's not only for the US. It actually covers other shops like in the European region. If there's an option for the European version of the game and you want it, they do sometimes cover the games shop. Not GameStop, Game Shop. It's Game is like the name of the big game sellers out there, like the GameStop, but it's just called Game. And sometimes they'll have like their versions up here as well, where you can go ahead and buy that European product and get it shipped over here by one way or another. Or just if you live in Europe, you can order it off of here as well. Now, another way that you can actually go ahead and get the Collector's Edition is one of the major retailers has not dropped it yet. Well, actually, two. Best Buy and Walmart. Best Buy and Walmart do not have a listing for Mortal Kombat 1 as of yet. Walmart is less likely to have a collector's edition of Mortal Kombat, but Best Buy usually does these big collections, and they hold like they used to be the midnight releases, right? But now it's like the night before releases. That way, like, there's less trouble going on in the middle of the night. People are more tame at like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. So usually Best Buy is one of those merchants that'll go ahead and actually give you a collector's edition. They haven't dropped anything in terms of the regular edition of the game, the premium, or the collectors. So make sure to keep your eye out. There is bound to be a second batch of collector's editions, at the very least, at Best Buy. I don't know about Amazon, Target, GameStop, and Walmart. Like I said, if anyone's going to get it, it is going to be Best Buy. There is a possibility of Walmart, but I wouldn't hold my hopes on that. Make sure that when you hear about the Best Buy release that you are on top of that. Make sure to check it on nowinstock.net. If you guys are thinking that there's going to be a new drop coming, just make sure to open the tab, keep it open, check it every now and then. Same thing with whatever retailer you're trying to get it from, because it does update every 5 minutes. And obviously the refresh you do now is faster than the 5 minutes. So make sure that when you hear about a new drop coming, you make sure that you're on the ball. That way you don't have to pay for those scalpers. Speaking of The scalpers are going crazy on eBay, guys. I mean, surprise, surprise, right? People pick up a version of the game, they don't have to pay for it yet, so they go ahead and mark up the price on eBay, whatever website, StockX or some bullshit. Yeah, they sell video games on StockX too. And they just go ahead and they mark up the price. I think the cheapest one I've seen here is $350, guys. It's $100 markup from, yeah, here it is. $100 markup from the collector's edition. And look at this, 20 people watching. Yeah, good luck buying that when there's no versions of this collector's editions left. That's why I'm saying, make sure you're on the ball when you hear about a drop. I'll try to release information when there's a drop, and you guys will be able to know with nowinstock.net, checking with your game realtors, all things like that, guys. So just make sure that you're on top of the ball, that way you don't have to pay any of your scalper prices. Always try to just never pay for a scalper, bro. Scalpers are the worst of the trade in any fandom of anything. You don't want to give them your money, make them suffer, make them stay with those 10 collector's editions they somehow got their hands on or bought it, right? One last-ditch effort that you guys could do in order to get the collector's edition of the game is you guys could wait for the release date of the game. I can't tell you how many times I waited for the release date of the game for a collector's edition, a premium edition, whatever it may be, and I'm on nowinstock.net, right? And all of a sudden, 10 pre-orders drop. You know, 3 from Target, 2 from Best Buy, 3 from Amazon, 2 more from the GameStop down the road. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure that you don't give up all hope. On release day, a couple of people always drop their pre-orders for one reason or another, whether they can't afford it, they don't have interest in the game anymore, they don't think that the collector's edition is worth it anymore, maybe they've chosen another collector's edition within the year to get that was released like during E3 or something, so they're like, I'm gonna put my money towards that one I like more than this one for Mortal Kombat. So you never really know, guys. You do have a chance. I would say the first 3 days of release, after release, then those are the days that people are going to be canceling pre-orders. I do believe GameStop has a 3 to 5 day buffer. If you don't go ahead and pick up your pre-order, they will go ahead and just mark it for sale. So again, those first 3 days are crucial. Pre-orders get dropped left and right. I'm not saying there's going to be 100 pre-orders dropped, but there's going to be a handful, which a couple of you guys will be able to score if you guys are paying attention, if you guys are calling your shops, or you guys are just staying tuned to nowinstock.net, alright? So just make sure to be vigilant, make sure to keep your ear out if you want that collector's edition, and I'm sure you'll be able to snag one in the nick of time. Anyways, guys, that's really all that I had to say here today, and I hope you guys found this information useful. I hope that you guys get the collector's edition if you guys are eyeing that bad boy. I mean, look at it, guys. That thing is amazing. That Liu Kang statue is gorgeous. The box is gorgeous. The steelbook is gorgeous. And I could only imagine that those art prints are gorgeous. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you guys found this information useful or at least entertaining. The fact that Amazon sold 500 copies of the Xbox and PlayStation edition, 100 units a minute. I think that's pretty crazy. I don't know, I don't pay attention to pre-order numbers like that, but I just like seeing it with my own eyes. I thought it just bewildered me, you know, it baffled me, it blew my mind. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to take care. Peace.